The Dearborn Independent, September 17th, 1927, Volume 27, Number 48. Mr. Ford's page of the Dearborn Independent, The True Economy. Everything was given us to use: time, energy, material. There is no evil from which we suffer that did not come about through misuse. There is no function which human beings can fulfill that is not good. But we have all about us that spectacle of whole nations having to make laws against things, not bad fundamentally, but bad in their misuse. The worst possible sin we can commit against the things of our common life is to misuse them. Misuse is the wider term. We like to say waste. But waste is only one phase of misuse. All waste is misuse. All misuse is waste. Time, energy, and material are worth more than money because they cannot be purchased by money. Not 1 hour of yesterday nor 1 hour of today can be bought back. Not 1 ounce of energy can be bought back. Material wasted, it is wasted beyond recovery. These things are in the front ranks of value. They are the precious elements out of which all wealth is made. It is worth noting that these precious values are not of human creation. We have done a great deal with our human intelligence and energy. We have accomplished much by the manipulation of natural material and forces. But the severity modifying fact remains that ourselves and all we have worked with, and every intelligence we have worked by, were not our own creation. And so, while mankind may be pleased and even thankful, it ill becomes it to be boastful. All our values were given us. Mind values, power values, material values were all here. And we, the human race, have simply been cutting our eye teeth on some of the elementary problems. The tree makes apples. Mankind makes engines and philosophies. The tree cannot boast itself to be very original and powerful. It does what it was given power to do. But mankind always has promise to being permitted to do still greater things. If trees bore different and finer apples every succeeding year, we should say, well, there is a progress in the apple kingdom, and someday those apple trees are going to develop into being a wonderful powers. But we don't see that. We see, however, mankind putting out different and better fruits age by age, and even helping the trees bear better apples, and the bush better berries. And therefore we say, well, there will come a time when this wonderfully endowed and protected race of being will work in some finer material than steel, and by some finer forces than electricity or gasoline explosions. Its present progress has every sign of being only preparation. The waste which we practice upon the original store of wealth is always repeating itself. That is to say, the time we waste is wasted for us, not for time. It is same everywhere. Wasted material is replaced. The earth never ceases making what we need and is prepared to fill future needs of which we have not now the slightest foreknowledge. If men waste energy, it is lost to them as individuals. The great reservoir of energy on which all life draws is not exhausted. Therefore, the great world of life is use. Some would say economy, not so. The word economy represents a half idea born of fear. Its history is something like this. The great and tragic fact of waste is brought home to the mind by some circumstance, usually of a most materialistic kind. Or there comes a violent reaction against extravagance, for even nature rebels against our unwise courses. which is the reason so many people break down from overwork, which is not overwork at all. And as a sudden revulsion against it all, the mind catches hold of an idea of economy. It flies from a greater evil to a lesser one. It doesn't make the full journey from error to truth. Economy is a rule of half-alive minds. There can be no doubt that it is better than waste. Neither can there be any doubt that it is not so good as use. Persons who pride themselves on their economy sometimes bristle when it is attacked, as if one of their virtues had been denounced. It is principally in the interest of the economizers that this attitude is taken. For if there is anything more pitiable on earth than a poor pinched mind spending the rich days and months pinching at a few pieces of metal or paring the outer necessities of life to the very quick, where is it? Indeed, there are two kinds of waste: that of the prodigal who throws his substance away in righteous living, and that of a sluggard who allows his substance to rot from no use. In the precious things of life, the strict economizer may be classed with the slugger. The beauty of the principle of use is that it obtains all advantages of economy and at the same time gives healthy expression to all the instincts of which wastefulness is a diseased symptom. Most people's extravagance is a reaction from severe suppression of expenditure. Most people's economy is a reaction from extravagance. Under the principle of use, the expensive experience of expenditure is obtained, as well as self-control and economic discipline of economizing.